Nima, there's a bit of a background that we first need to understand before we go to Bangladesh. And the background is, what exactly is this Makkah Joint Defense Agreement? The basics of it. Because I somehow feel that in the West, it is not understood the way perhaps it should be understood. Now, there are two key things here in this joint defense agreement. The first thing is it is about collective security. Now, collective security is an entirely different concept from absolute security. Absolute security is a zero sum game when you talk of security, that my security at your expense. And that is what leads to wars and conflicts. Collective security is that the focus is on development. As far as security is concerned, my security should not be at the cost of your security. So we are talking about relative security and we are talking about negotiations on security. So the talk should happen.
Sorry for interrupting you, Pravin.
Yeah.
This definition that you just gave us is basically the same thing that is happening between Iran and Russia with that strategic. Go ahead.
That's right. That's right. Because this is the concept of the new world order. So you are absolutely right. That is precisely what's happening between Iran and Russia. So one part is collective security and the other part is collective deterrence. Now, collective deterrence basically means that all the three countries, they stand together and they deter the outside powers. And in the case of West Asia, the power, Israel also will be considered an outside power because Israel is totally dependent on the American military infrastructure, on the central command. So Israel is that odd nation, which is creating all the problems. So when we talk of deterrence, what this means is that all the three countries, they are there to deter the enemy or the adversary. It doesn't mean that they start the war with that country. So one part is to deter, which is a peacetime activity where you have joint projects, you have cooperation in defense, all those things go on. That's a peacetime activity. You are deterring. That means as far as the adversary is concerned, he has to dovetail in his war appreciation, in his war plan, that there could be a contingency against three that I have to fight and not one.